got thumbs up all around, guys. Let's get started. Okay, so in the last lesson, guys, we had been talking about the midpoint theorem. Okay, but we're not going to go through the midpoint formula today, not the theorem, the midpoint formula. We're going to be looking at the gradient formula. Okay, now I want you guys to tell me something. Okay, first, you're going to comment on my drawing skills. So I'm hoping that my drawing skills will be okay. Right, for those of you joining us for the first time today, we are on lesson 4 out of 4. So if you're doing analytical geometry at school, that means you've already missed 3 of our lessons, and I need you to go back to the website and rewatch the videos that we have. Okay. All right. I'm going to draw a bicycle, guys. No judgment, ne? I'm not an artist. Okay. Let's say I'm riding a bicycle. Okay, here is my bicycle. Those are the pedals. And here is my, okay. All right, yes. I know, Junior, I'm gonna move to the formula just now. Okay, now, if I'm driving my bicycle on a flat plane, right? We can admit that it's almost like I'm gonna use the same amount of energy everywhere that I'm riding my bike. Now, if I start riding my bike that way, am I going to use more energy to go up the hill or less energy? Thanks, Jada. Thanks. Yes, good. We're going to start moving, we're going to start using more energy. So let's say, for instance, when I'm riding on the slope, like on the flat surface like this, I'm using an energy of 1. Just an energy of 1, right? When I start going up the slope, because I'm going to start using more energy, let's say maybe I'm using an energy of 3. Okay, like 3 times the energy that I was using when I was traveling over here. Okay. It looks like you are a part of the bike. Guys, please don't judge my drawings. How? Don't judge my drawings, guys, please. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, guys. What dog? What dog? What dog, Mawande? There's no dog. Okay. All right, so let's say, for instance, now we know, guys, that if I'm traveling up like this, I'm going to be using more energy, so there'll be more. So my gradient going up the hill will be positive. Okay, will be positive, and it will be greater because my hill is steeper. Now, imagine if I was coming from this side, guys, and I'm going down in this direction. Will I be using more or less energy? Will I be using more or less energy? Less, absolutely. Okay, good. I'm using less energy. So when I'm using less energy like this, okay, that means that I'm literally moving in the negative. Okay, I'm moving in the negative. Okay, but because my slope is still steep, I could almost say this is negative 3 times the energy that I was using. Okay. How, Pama, guys, don't be like that. Like I said, guys, I'm a mathematician. I'm not Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not a Picasso. Okay, so my point here, guys, the point that I'm trying to make, apart from the bad drawing. Okay, Anotida and Takani, I'm going to help you guys out in just a little bit. Please give me a second. Okay, what I'm getting at is if my gradient or if my line on my graph is sloping down, then my gradient will be negative. But if it's going up, then my gradient will be positive. Now, I want to actually extend this to a Cartesian plane. I don't want us to just look at whatever it is I'm drawing on the screen, because you guys are very judgmental. Don't like you guys that much now. Judging my drawing skills, how dare you? All right, tell me, guys, if I drew a line like this, is my gradient positive or negative? Which one is it? Is it positive or negative? Good, it's positive because I'm going up here. Good, it's positive. What about this line going that way? What about the purple line? Positive or negative? Negative. Kama says negative. Good, negative. We'll go with negative. Excellent. All right, so it's negative. Great. Now, when I look at the way that my my graph is slanted, I know that when I calculate for my gradient, if it's facing going up in that direction, it must be positive, and if it's coming down, it must be negative. Now we're going to use that exact same idea here. Okay, we're going to look at calculating for the gradient. It's okay, Amache, it's going to make sense in just a little bit. When we calculate for the gradient, we're going to look at how far up this thing is going in terms of how long we're going in this direction. That's basically why we calculate the y versus the x. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take A and we're going to name this x1 and x1 and y1. And then we're going to take the B coordinates and we're going to call them x2 and y2. Now, before I even start, what kind of gradient am I going to get? Okay. What kind of gradient do I need to get? A positive gradient. Good. So guys, remember when we were doing midpoint, we said that midpoint is big M. Midpoint is the big M. Okay. But when we calculate for gradient, we're going to substitute gradient small m. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take y2, which is 11, and we're going to minus it from y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 1. So I'm going to get 11 minus 5, which is 6, over 4 minus 1, which is 3, and that is equal to 2. It's because Kama wrote zoom in the chat. Okay, which is equal to 2. All right, can I get a thumbs up if you guys understand the process that I just did? Do we understand the process that ma'am just went through? Okay, for those of you who are confused, all we're doing, guys, is we're substituting. Okay, we are substituting. Let's do A and B. I'm going to take this A and I'm going to name this one X1 and Y1. And I'm going to take B and I'm going to name this X2 and Y2. For those of you who says, please repeat, ma'am, I don't understand. We're just going to choose any of the coordinates. I'm going to choose A to be X1 and Y1. Do you guys see that in my formula, there's an X1. Look now, what am I doing? There's an X1 and a Y1. So I'm going to choose this value for A to be X1 and Y1. And then up here, I'm going to name this one X2 and Y2 because my formula has an X2 and a Y2. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to substitute in the one with the other. Okay. So I want you guys to try that. Yes, Prama.
Sorry, ma'am. I was just going to ask if we're still just doing graphs. Like we're just going over grade 9 revision, right?
Yes, we're just going to do gradients and then we're going to do the equation of a straight line because analytical geometry is the equation of a straight line.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Cool. All right. Okay. So for those of you who are with me, I want you guys to give me an answer for B in the chat. Okay. Give me an answer for B. Calculate for the gradient M of question B, this question M. equals. Okay, I think I need to tackle this problem we're having in the chat. Okay. Yes, Otando? Is it load shedding? I think it might be load shedding, Kama. I agree with you, Kama, because like now it's just everybody's like, my screen is black, my screen is black, my screen is black. Okay. And it's getting difficult for me to see who's still. Okay, Shante is saying hers is 1. Zinke, but everybody else says 4. So we're going to try and figure out where the 4 and the 1 disconnect is. Okay, Didi, what's up, my sweetie? What's going on?
Hi, ma'am. I'm sorry. Is there a reason why we say m equals?
Yes, because m stands for the gradient, and that's what we're calculating for, the slope. Okay.
Oh, okay, so we're supposed to write m and
M stands for gradient. Yes, so I've put an M in place of this word gradient.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, my baby. Cool. Mamello, what's up?
Ma'am. Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. I
Hello.
kind of like, I understand the gradient since I was doing it from grade 9, but I kind of like have a
Yes.
problem with quadrilaterals. I've been doing it at school and with you, but I still don't understand.
Okay, my sweetie. Okay, I think what you're going to have to do is find as many exercises as you can. Okay. Ask your teacher if they've got extra exercises, and then what I need you to do is rewatch the videos, but try and follow along with what's happening there, but on the exercises that you have. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And if you're still having that problem, come tell me next week.
Okay, ma'am.
Excellent. Look now what I'm doing. Mateo's like, as a geography student, I don't understand why we need more of them. Okay, Tiamo, what's up, my sweetie?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie, what's up?
Ma'am, no, never mind. Now I can see. Yeah, never mind. It's fine.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, excellent. All right. Otando, if you have a question, my sweetie, I'm going to need you to unmute because I'm having a bit of an issue with, hello. Hi, Otando. Okay, my sweetie, we're going to have to move on. If you get up the courage to ask what you want to ask, you can put your hand up again for me, okay? But I need to start moving a little bit. All right, I'm glad everybody can see my screen now. Okay, we're going to be looking at the gradient when the gradient is given to us. Okay, but I actually feel like we should maybe skip this, okay, because it's going to be quite difficult for us to do. Okay, we'll do maybe one of these questions. Okay, I'm a little apprehensive on how that's going to go down. Okay, maybe let's focus on the gradient. Okay, I want us to calculate the gradient of A. Yes, Owami. Okay, for those of you who know how to calculate the gradient now, please go ahead and calculate the gradient of A, B, C. Okay, when you're done, pop the fire emoji in the chat for me. Yes, Owami.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if we're going to construct any graphs.
Not in this lesson. Okay. On Monday's lesson, we're going to start functions. And there we're going to start constructing the graphs of first the linear function, and then the parabola, and then the hyperbola, and all of that.
So are we going to need
Okay.
a compass or just a ruler?
Now, in maths, we can even draw things freehand as long as they make sense. I'll show you. Okay.
Okay.
A ruler would be great, though. A ruler would be nice.
Okay.
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 Oh, my sweetie. All right. Oh, Suela, what's up, my sweetie?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie. What's up?
Could you please explain to me, because like I was kind of late today.
Okay, cool. We're going to calculate for the gradient m. We did this in grade 9, remember? M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus
kind of.
x1. Remember this? Yeah, so we can take this first coordinate over here. I'm going to name this one x1 and y1, okay? And then I'm going to name this next one x2 and y2. And all I'm going to do, my sweeties, I'm going to substitute. Okay, what is my y2 value?
Yeah.
What is y2? Can you not see the screen, my sweetie? Hello? Hello?
Ma'am, I can see.
Sure, I think she's frozen. Swella, are you still there? Ogushe, do you think you can help her out? Just until she can sort out the issues with the thing. Ogushe? Hi, Ogushe.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. Can you help us out with this question?
No, I wanted you to explain the question again.
Okay, but I can't just explain the question. You need to be able to do this along with me. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Can you see my screen? Let's start there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Do you see how I've named this first coordinate x1 and y1 and the second coordinate x2 and y2?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so my formula says I must take y2. What is my value for y2?
10.
Good. So I'm going to write 10 there. Minus, what is my value for y1?
4.
4. So I'm going to get 10 minus 4. Over, now I need my x2 value. What is my x2 value?
3.
3 minus what? Minus?
Minus 1.
Good. And then we just need to clean it up. Okay, what is 10 minus 4?
10 minus 4 is 6.
Good. 6 over 3 minus 1 is?
2.
2. So what is 6 divided by 2, or 6 over 2?
3.
3. Good. So the gradient, the m that we're looking for, is equal to 3. Well done, Ogushe. You just managed to answer the question for me.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Okay, for those of you who are like, ma'am, can I do number 2? Can I do number 3? I need you guys to put your hands up. Okay, you need to put your hands up so that we can do them. Otando, do you want to do B with me? And for those of you who are like, can I do the next one, there are many more questions. Okay, hi, Otando.
Hello.
Hi, do you want to do B with me? This is A. This is the answer for A. Okay,
Yes.
substitute in for B for me, and then let's find an answer. I'm going to call this first one X1 and Y1, and the second one X2 and Y2. Right. What is my Y2 value?
It's 12.
Good. 12 minus?
0.
Good. Over?
X2. 3
3 minus?
minus 0.
Good. Which is equal to? 12 minus
12
0 is
over
just 12,
12.
yes?
Yes.
12 over 3, which is equal to how much?
It's 3, 6, 9, 12. 4.
4. 4. Well done. Look at that. You did that 100%. Excellent
Yes.
stuff, dude. Well done. Nicely done. Nicely done. Excellent. Kama, what's up, my sweetie?
Oh no, ma'am. I was just gonna ask you to do a question, but like
Yes, let's
I
do
forgot.
C.
Oh,
Yay.
never mind.
No. You can't go away. You can't go away. Let's do C. Okay, I'm gonna name this X1 and Y1 and X2
Yes,
and Y2.
ma'am.
All right. All right.
Cool.
Substitute for me into the formula. What am I gonna get?
It's going to be 5. No, so it's going to be 9 minus 5.
Okay, remember, with our gradient, the y value must y values
Oh
must
my
always be
gosh,
at the
the Y
top.
value.
Okay.
I'm so
Y
sorry. I'm
values
having
always
such a blonde moment today. It's going to be 14 minus 2. Sorry, it's going to be 14 minus
14
2.
minus -2. Good. Over.
Over 9 minus 5.
Excellent. All right. Let's put all of this together. What are we going to get?
We are going to get 6 over 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Not 6. 14 plus 2 would give us
Oh, sorry, 14. That's going to be 16 over 4.
16 over 4, which is equal to
4?
4. Yes. Don't guess. You must know 16 over 4. Okay. Very well done, my sweetie. Excellent stuff. All right. Okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you know how to calculate for the gradient. I think it's pretty easy. We didn't do anything difficult. I think everybody should be okay with how to do this section at least. Yeah, I think it's nice and easy. All right. Okay. So here's the next thing we're going to do. Okay. For those of you who said you wanted to do D and E and F, don't put your hands down. But we're going to extend this a little bit more. Okay. We're going to use this and look at the equation of a line. Okay, but I'm going to use 2 different methods. So I need you guys to stay with me. All right, let me take this down. Sure, okay. I'm going to use 2 different formulas. Now, we are all familiar with this formula. Y is equal to mx plus c. We've all seen this one before. It's called the gradient intercept method because this m that we were talking about earlier, this is our gradient that we were just calculating for, and the c is the y-intercept. This is the gradient, okay, and our c is the y-intercept. And I'm going to explain what the y-intercept and we know what the gradient is. We've just been calculating for the gradient. So we'll talk about the y-intercept in just a little bit. Okay, now the other formula that we also use for the equation of a line in maths or in analytical geometry sits like this. It goes y minus y1 is equal to m multiplied by x minus x1. Close brackets. Now, I need you guys to write both of these down because both of them do 2 completely different things. Okay, I'm going to show you now. All right, first thing we're going to note, guys, if we want to find the equation of a line, number 1 step is find m. Find the gradient. Okay, find m. And consequently, we've just learned how to find m. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We've just learned how to do this. All right, this stands for both of them. Both of them, first thing we need to do is find m. Same, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, step 2. Okay, that's okay, Shante. I don't know if Teacher Nelly is still here and she can help. Teacher Nels, are you here? Okay, guys, I think Teacher Nelly is getting kicked out because of load shedding. Shante, can I ask you to quickly leave the class and come straight back in? Okay. Step number 2, guys. Step number 2, okay, is pick a point. Pick a point. Okay, what I mean by that is, let's say, for instance, this D of ours over here is A, and this one over here is B. We are going to choose either A or B. You're going to pick one point. Okay. Over here as well, you're going to go to pick a point. Pick a point. All right. And then step 3 is sub. Over here, it's going to be sub to find C. We're going to substitute. That sub means substitute. And then over here, we're not going to substitute to find C. We're going to sub and add like terms. Okay, we're going to do these things one at a time. Okay. All right. Any of you who said you wanted to ask to answer a question, can I ask you guys to put your hands down for me? If you want to answer a question, I need you to put your hand down for me, because I feel like there are some other people who have questions, and I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, so if you still have your hand up, that means you have a question to ask me. Yes? Okay. Tiamo, what's up, my sweetie? Hi, Tiamo. Ah, there goes Tiamo. My computer's about to die, so I need to plug it in. All right, so let's actually put this to practice. Let's practice some of the stuff. Yes, Linda Goucher.
Ma'am, on the second formula, which like terms are we adding?
Which like terms on the second one? I'm going to show you in like literally in 2 minutes, you're going to understand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Excellent. Okay. I want you guys to note also that once we are done subbing this thing onto the side, we're also going to end up with y is equal to mx plus c. And I'm going to show you guys how. Okay. So we're going to start. I'm going to use these rules over here, but my rule 3 is finished. Okay, it's not the same. Sub in to find C. So I'm going to erase these because I want this space. I want this space. All right. Now, my number 1 rule over here, I'm going to use this point. Let's use the point D. Let's use the point D. I need a volunteer. Anybody? Hands. Hands, hands, hands. Ooh. Okay, you need to tell me how to. Oh, your name is definitely Lillian. Hello, Lillian. Do you want to unmute for me, my sweetie?
Hello,
How are you doing, my love?
I'm good and you.
I'm good, thank you. All right. What is step number 1? What are we going to do first? Find?
We first write the formula.
For what are we finding? What's step number 1? Find?
The gradient.
Good. Find the gradient M, which is equal to, I need you to use point D. This is the point we're using. Point D to find the gradient for me. Can you do that?
Okay, ma'am. So is M equals to y squared minus y1 over x squared minus x1.
Okay.
M equals
X minus x1. Okay, so my sweetie, okay, be careful. Don't say y squared. Okay, it's not y squared. It's just called y2. Okay, because y squared means that we're going to take the number and square it. We're not squaring it. Okay, we call it y2. The 2 is at the bottom. It's a subscript. Okay. All right, continue. I know you know what you meant though. Continue.
Okay, then say minus 2 minus 6 divided by
over
0 minus 8.
Good. 0 minus -8. What's my answer going to be for my gradient?
don't know if the calculator for the first two bars, you can say -4 over 8. I don't know if it's
Okay, the
sure.
top part isn't going to give us -4. -2 minus 6 is going to give us.
I don't have a calculator.
It's going to be -8, my sweetie, but we don't need a calculator for integers. We must know. We must know. Oh, I'm sorry, Kama. Sorry, my sweetie. Okay, so -2 minus 6 is going to give us -8. And then what about 0 plus 8? 0 plus 8 is?
A positive.
Good. Now, Lillian, I've got -8 divided by 8. What is my answer going to be?
A +1.
Oh, no. -8 divided by +8 will give us?
-1.
-1. That's it. Good. Mwah. Excellent. You found us step number 1. Well done, Lillian. Awesome stuff. Okay. Thank you, my sweetie. Very well done. Tiamo, tell me, let's do step 2. What is step 2?
Ma'am, for step 2, you're going to pick a point.
Good. You can pick any of the points. Which one do you want to use? -8 and 6 or 0 and -2?
-8 and 6.
Good. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my formula, Tiamo, and I'm going to go y is equal to, I'm going to replace m with the gradient that Lillian just got us, -1 x plus c. Okay. Now you've picked the point -8 and 6, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the -8 is my x value. Do you agree with me?
Yes, and 6 is your y value.
And the 6 is the y value. Good. So we're going to sub in 6 where the y is and -8 where the x is. Okay, tell me what I'm going to write. What am I going to write here?
6 equals to -1 bracket -8 plus c.
Plus c. Good. Now let's clean it up a little bit. I'm going to get 6 is equal to
8 plus c.
8 plus c. I want to solve for c. What do I then do?
You're gonna switch them. You're gonna say c is equals to 8 minus 6.
Good. No, not 8 minus 6. If I take 8 over, it becomes?
-8.
Good. So I'm going to have c is equal to 6 minus 8. Yes?
And then c is equals to -2.
Good. C is equal to -2. Very well done, my sweetie. All right, we're almost there. We are almost there. Now, step 3 is to sub into the original formula. Okay, we're going to sub back into the original formula. Now I'm going to go y is equal to, what was my gradient, Siamo?
Your gradient was -1.
Good. So I'm going to write -1x. And now what is my c value?
-2.
-2. Do you see how I've made an equation of a line?
Yes, ma'am. So can I ask, because it's y equals to mx plus c, whatever, if the number is a positive or a negative, it's gonna change the positive.
Which one?
Like we're not gonna say y equals to -1x plus -2. We're just gonna say y equals to -1x minus 2.
Yeah, but if I had said plus -2, Tiamo, what is a positive times a negative?
Oh, it's a negative.
So I didn't even have to write it because I already knew that we would get that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, my sweetie. That was very well done. I can see a lot of people are confused. So we're gonna do the same thing with another example. Okay, let's do another example, which means I need 2 more volunteers. Come, let's go. 2 more volunteers. Otando, my dude. Okay, I've got Otando and Releborile. All right. Okay. Otando, we're going to use the points for E. What are my points for E? Okay, we're going to use the points for E. So not this one that's highlighted, not this one anymore. We're going to use these points, these ones. Okay, can you unmute for me? Let's have a conversation, you and me. Okay, we're calculating for the gradient. Okay, so m is equal to, go for it.
Y2.
Okay, what is y2? What is the value for y2?
3.
3. So we're going to go 3 minus minus, what is y1? What is y1? Negative 9. So we're going to go 3 minus negative 9 over, what are my x values? What's my x2 value?
1.
1 minus how much?
-5.
Good. Y minus negative 5. Okay, now that is equal to, what's 3? A minus and a minus is going to give us a? Good, a plus. Also here at the bottom, a minus and a minus will give us a plus, yes? Good. So now I've got 3 plus 9 is? 12. Good. Over?
6.
Good. What is 12 over 6 equal to?
2.
2. Beautiful. Wow. 100%, my dude. Very well done. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Relebogile, I'm going to ask you to pick a point for me. You can either choose -5 and -9, or you can choose 1 and 3. Which one do you choose?
I choose -5 and -9.
Ah, why do you want to work with negatives, man? Okay, -5, -5.
Okay, then 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is fine.
Thank you. Thank you for being gracious. Now we don't have to work with negative numbers. 1 and 3. Okay, don't go away, Relebogile. Let's talk. I'm going to take y is equal to mx plus c, and I'm going to sub in the value for m. How much is m, Relebogile? Y is equal to
2.
2x plus c. And then we're going to take the point we have. My 1 is going to be which value?
It is going to be 3.
Okay, the y is 3 and the x is 1. You agree?
Yes.
Good. Let's substitute in. Tell me, what do I need to write?
You're going to write 3 equals to
Times.
x plus no, not
What is
times
x?
It's times 1
Times 1. Good.
plus c.
Excellent. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. 3 is equal to 2 times 1 is?
It's 2.
2 plus c. Good. Now, how do I solve for c?
You're going to take the 2 to the other side. You're going
Good,
to
and it's going to become negative. Good. So therefore, c will be equal to 3 minus 2, which is?
It's 1.
1. Excellent. Now we have c and we have m. Let's put it back into our formula. So what is my formula going to say?
It's going to say y equals to 2x plus 1.
Ah, beautiful. Just mwah. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, very well done, my sweetie. Excellent stuff. Mateo, you're saying, ma'am, I don't understand step 2. We're going to do another example with step 2. Okay. All right. Let's do another one. Kamo, or let's go with Spiwe, because Spiwe's hand is up and Kamo has put her hand down. Oh no, guys, don't put your hands down. Stay with me. Stay with me. Let's do another example. Guys, try to follow along. Okay, Sipiwe, are you there?
Yes, miss.
Excellent. All right, we're not going to use point E now. We're going to use F. Okay, what is our first step, Sipiwe? Step number 1 is?
Is m equal to?
Good. What am I going to write?
And then Miss, you're gonna say y2 minus y1
Good. Y2 minus Y1 over.
divided by x2 minus y minus x1.
Good. Now you need to give me the values. I'm going to name this one X1, Y1, X2, Y2. All right. Give me the value for Y2.
Y2 is -4
Good. -4 minus.
minus it is -7
Good. Over. What's happening at the bottom?
over 1
Mm-hmm.
minus
Minus.
-7.
Oh, okay. We made a mistake here. It shouldn't be -7 over here. It should be
Oh, it's
-2.
-2,
Yes.
miss, -2. Yes,
Yeah,
miss.
-2 at the top. It's fine. I also just went along with it. We both made a mistake. It's fine. Okay, let's clean up the top. -4 minus minus will give us plus, yes? And then at the bottom
Yes,
we'll
miss.
have pluses. What is -4 plus 2?
-4 plus 3, it is -2.
Good. -2 over 1 plus 7
1
is one plus 7. It's not a trick question.
1 plus 7. Oh, miss, 1 plus 7 is 8.
8. Good. All right. So we're
Yes.
going to clean this up. So our gradient is actually -1 over 4. Okay. 2 over 8 is equal to -1 over 4. Because I can divide the top and the bottom by 2. Okay, good.
That's
Thank you
nice.
so much, Piwe. Very well done. Sipe, let's do the second step. Hi,
Hello, ma'am.
Sipe.
Hi.
All right, tell me about the next step. I'm going to go -1 over 4 x plus c. What do I need to do after I've substituted in m?
I need to pick a point.
Good. Pick a point for me. Which one?
1 and -4.
Good. Okay, let's go for it. We're going to use 1 and -4.
Yeah.
Right. So this is my x value. You agree 1 is my x value and
Yes.
-4 is my y value.
Y
Excellent.
value,
All right,
yes.
let's sub in. Sub in for me.
Okay. Y equals to.
Okay, we already said we know what
No.
y is. What is the value for y?
Yeah, -4 is Y. Sorry. I'm just looking at. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no worries. So we're gonna go -4 is equal to
Equals to -1/4 x plus c.
good. What is x?
X is 1.
Good. So -1/4 times 1 plus c. Yes.
Yes. Then
Good.
we're gonna say 1/4 times 1.
Which is?
Is it 1/4? Positive 1/4?
Yes, it's -1/4. It won't be positive. It will still be negative. -1/4. That's C.
Yes.
Now we want C on its own. Yes. What do I need to do?
Yes. So we're gonna move 1/4, and it's gonna be a positive. So it's gonna be -4 plus 1/4.
That's it. Good. So C is going to equal to -4 plus 1/4. Right.
Yes.
How much is that equal to? Therefore, C is equal to. Let me write it over here.
Ish. It's gonna be
-4
-4.25.
I don't know about -4.25. It's probably going to be -3.25. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually -13/4. Okay. -13/4. If you don't know, is it -15? Oh, yes, it's -15. -15/4. But if it's a little bit difficult for us to get, then you can just punch it into a calculator. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. But you're not done, Sipe. Give me the rest of the equation. Y is equal to.
Oh, y is equal to negative a quarter x plus the y-intercept, which is, the y-intercept, which is negative 15 over 1. I can't, negative 15 over 4.
That's it. Beautifully done. All right, that's all we have time for today, guys.